This one's for the men. Not because women can't learn from it, but because you, the man watching this, probably didn't hear half of this growing up. Maybe your father didn't know these things himself. Maybe he was there physically, but not emotionally. Maybe he wasn't there at all. But no matter where you are in life, 20, 30, or pushing 40, this is the kind of talk every man needs to hear. And when you get it, you pass it on to your sons, to your brothers, to your future. Because this world doesn't always raise men. It grows boys with bills and broken habits. Until someone steps up and says, "Let me tell you the truth." So let's talk. 1. Being a man is not about being hard. It's about being responsible. When I was 19, I thought being a man meant being loud, tough, unemotional, alpha. You know what I learned by 29? That's a mask. Real men don't prove they're men. They show up. They take responsibility for their life, their choices, and their consequences. You could be muscular, stylish, popular, and still be a boy inside if you run from accountability. A man doesn't blame others when things fall apart. He doesn't ghost his kids or avoid hard conversations. He says, "This is mine. I'll handle it." Responsibility is what separates grown males from grown men. 2. Your woman is not your therapist. Handle your inner work. Nobody told me this early enough. When I first got into relationships, I brought all my wounds with me: father wounds, insecurities, emotional immaturity. And I expected the woman I was dating to carry them. It almost cost me someone amazing. Listen, it's okay to be vulnerable. In fact, it's necessary. But it's not okay to offload your entire emotional life onto someone who isn't trained to carry it. Go to therapy. Journal. Join a men's circle. Talk to older, wiser men. Heal the stuff your father never warned you about. Because when you don't heal it, you pass it on to your wife, your kids, your world. 3. Your job is not your identity. This one hits hard, especially for men under 40 grinding hard to make it. I get it. You want to be successful. You want the respect, the money, the lifestyle. So did I. But your title isn't who you are. Your paycheck isn't your value. And if your self-worth vanishes the moment you lose your job, then it was never real. You are more than what you produce. Who are you without your career? That's the question your dad might never have asked you, but I am. Because your kids won't remember your job title. They'll remember whether you were present. They'll remember how you made them feel. 4. Stop seeking validation. Start building your values. I grew up trying to prove myself. To coaches, to bosses, to girls, to society. It wasn't until I hit rock bottom, broke, tired, and exhausted from performing, that I realized something powerful. If you don't know who you are, the world will tell you who to be. Most men are living according to expectations they never agreed to. You're chasing likes on social media, wearing brands you can't afford, buying cars to impress people who wouldn't stop to help if you broke down. Stop. Sit down. Write down your values. What do you stand for? Honor? Discipline? Faith? Freedom? Legacy? Live from that place. And the noise starts to fade. 5. Learn to lead, especially when no one's watching. Leadership isn't being the loudest guy in the room. It's being the calmest when everything's falling apart. It's doing the right thing even when no one gives you credit. It's picking up the trash you didn't drop. It's protecting those who can't protect themselves. I remember a man I worked with at 22, Mr. Taylor. Quiet guy, didn't say much. But when a company hit a rough patch, he stepped in. He didn't point fingers. He stayed late. He encouraged the team. He led when things were ugly. That stuck with me. That's manhood. It's not loud. It's steady. And it's earned. 6. Stop wasting your time. You don't have as much as you think. Let's be brutally honest. You're not guaranteed to live to 80. The average life expectancy is 73. But for many men, stress, poor health, accidents, it's less. So if you're 30, you're already halfway there. Still think you've got time to waste? Stop spending hours scrolling. Stop numbing yourself with cheap dopamine, video games, porn, parties, substances. Build something. Learn something. Become someone. Because regret is real. And it's vicious when it hits you at 50 and you realize you coasted through life instead of leading it. 7. Fatherhood is not babysitting. It's leadership at the highest level. If you have kids or plan to, you need to hear this. Being a father is not just showing up for the birthday parties. It's being a presence, not just a provider. It's looking your son in the eye and telling him, I'm proud of you. It's showing your daughter what love looks like, so she never settled for less. Your kids won't copy your words. They'll copy your example. So show them what a real man looks like. Not perfect, but present, patient, disciplined, kind. And if your dad didn't do that for you, you get to break that cycle. You get to start over. 8. Don't chase women. Attract them by becoming a man of depth. Young men, chasing women leads to burnout, heartbreak, and identity loss. Become a man who has vision, integrity, direction. A man who respects himself and has standards. That's magnetic. That's rare. And the right woman doesn't want to be chased. She wants to be recognized, valued, chosen. Stop chasing. Start building. The right ones will come. 9. Know when to walk away from people, from bad habits, from your old self. There's power in walking away, not out of weakness, but out of wisdom. Walk away from friends who keep you small. Walk away from substances that are stealing your ambition. Walk away from your former identity that's no longer serving you. Sometimes the bravest thing a man can do is leave. 10. Build your name like it's your most valuable asset, because it is. Your name is your legacy. When people hear your name, what do they feel? Trust? Strength? Respect? Or excuses, lies, and apologies? Start thinking long-term. Build your name with discipline. Pay your debts. Keep your word. Show up when it's hard. Because at the end of your life, all that's left is your name. Make it worth remembering. So here's the truth, brother. You might not have had a dad who told you these things. Or maybe you did, but you didn't listen. Either way, this is your moment. Because now you know, and when you know, you have no excuse. Be the man you needed when you were younger. And when you become him, tell your sons. Tell them what matters. Tell them it's okay to cry, but not to quit. Tell them that discipline wins, that integrity matters, that manhood is not aggression, it's alignment. Tell them what your father couldn't. And in doing so, you break the cycle. You start a new legacy. Your name, your story, your responsibility. Now go build it.